Hi everybody, Kat here. Welcome to my channel. Hope you're having a great day. Well, who is Henry Herbert? Henry Herbert, the 7th Earl of Carnarvon, more commonly known as Lord Porchester. Now, he was a British peer and a racing manager to the Queen from 1969 till his death, September 11th, 2001, interestingly enough. Now, he and the Queen met when she was quite young. They met in 1944 when she was 17 and he was 20. His father knew the King. When they were teenagers, he would accompany Elizabeth to dances. He was her dance partner. And indeed, on VE Day, that evening when all the crowds were out celebrating in front of the palace, it was with Porchy that the Queen and Princess Margaret accompanied. They wanted to go out in the crowd and feel what the people were feeling, see what the people were seeing, and he accompanied her. Now, Porchy had spent his whole life around horses, and he became her racing manager in 1969. Well, now, there are people that for ages have been saying, for various reasons, that he is Andrew's father. They will say, well, look at Andrew's build. He's stocky. He doesn't look like any of the other Windsor men. And this is true, although those things, they can skip a generation. You don't know, but there is that. And so he's got more of a physical resemblance to Porchy. People will say, well, the Queen took a trip to the States with Porchy, and they even had it in the Crown, and you can look it up, and it really did happen. It was supposed to be a fact-finding kind of horse racing, breeding technique kind of trip that the Queen and Porchy took to America, and it lasted weeks. They were gone. This fired everybody up that there might be something untoward going on between them at that time. But think about it, that was 9 years after Andrew. But now they had been friends for a very, very long time. And there had been questions. I'm not the first one to bring this up. I mean, there was questions about the royal marriage going back to 1959, that in a very astonishing move, the palace had to come out with a statement saying that everything was fine in the royal marriage. Don't forget, it was around this time that Prince Philip had taken he was on a royal tour aboard Britannia, that he was gone for months and months and months. And when the rumors started speculating among the public, to the point where the palace, who, even in Diana's days, they didn't want to give up and say everything was had gone all to crap before 1992, before it all came out, and they'd all known it for years. It was very unlike the palace, and especially in the 50s, to have to come out and make a statement like that. So we can only assume that things were not all that rosy at that time. There was a lot of speculation about Philip having affairs. Of course, the Queen was held in such high regard, being the Queen and all, almost superhuman, almost godlike, goddess-like, that even entertaining the thought that she may be up to something was beyond the pale. You just didn't say those things. And I bet you there's a lot of people that are going to be watching this now and, ready to tell me off, saying, you leave our family alone, leave our royal family alone. You shouldn't even be speculating about these things. But the fact that certain things happen at certain times and just the circumstantial evidence, that's enough to get people talking. The fact that there's nothing to refute it, gives rise to these kind of opinions and speculations. I mean, we know that everybody knows that Andrew was the Queen's favorite for some reason or other. Is it because he represents her love for somebody other than her husband? Maybe her real love. We don't know. It's all speculation. But the fact that they had known each other from the time that they were, she was a teenager, he was 20, down through the years, and had a very close relationship all along, that's what keeps these rumors going. And the fact that, even if it were true, it wouldn't be the first time, and it's not going to be the last down through the generations of the royal family. This kind of speculation, and for good reason, has gone on a lot. I think some of the time these things are used even by the palace as a bit of a smoke screen to sort of manage a narrative. You don't know. We shall see. It's something to think about. Maybe someday we'll be able to solve this one way or another. But the fact is, the Queen did have a long-standing, very close friendship with Lord Porchester, to the fact that he was the only one ever allowed to have a private line directly to the Queen in the royal palaces. They were that good of friends. We all know that racing and her horses was very important to her, but, it's enough to give you pause. Now, who's your daddy, Prince Andrew? We may never know. But Henry Herbert is certainly a contender. Have a great day, everybody. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and leave me a comment. I'd love to know what you're thinking about this. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.